Today, we introduce you the new DAIWA 24 Certate, one of the LT spinning range. In particular, the Certate is the model developed to be strong and highly durable in the light spinning reel range. New 24 Certate is developed based on DAIWA's new spinning reel concept, air drive design, featured with air drive rotor, air drive bail, air drive spool, and air drive shaft. The strong yet simple aluminum monocoque body is kept. The new Certate now features a large diameter super duralumin machine-cut tough digi gear that has been further strengthened with a special surface treatment. I'm excited to see how the combination with the lightweight and low inertia Zion carbon air drive rotor has evolved the new reel. This is inside the box. The body is wrapped by fabric bag. The spare drag washers, documents as usual. The reel bag is inside with the handle. A bit heavier than exist. Feels great. Now let's take the reel body out of the bag. Yeah, looks cool. The high-quality matte metal grey finish appears slightly brighter compared to the previous model. This rubber part is the waterproof handle seal, which is previously featured to heavy-duty, saltwater spinning reels. This part, which directly connects to the main gear and main shaft, is crucial, so the improved waterproof performance will likely extend the reel's lifespan even further. And this Certate is made in Japan model. This is 24 Certate's air drive rotor and air drive bail. Looks not much different to the other models. I really like this, how securely it opens and closes. Let's check how hard the rotor is. In the other models, I felt the air drive rotor was not that hard, but I actually feel this Certate's air drive rotor is a little harder than other models. Could it be that the rotor of this reel is made a bit thicker and stronger? Let's check the drag sound next. I see it's much bigger and cleaner than the previous model, which is great. And initial spinning. Yeah. I still feel that there is a lot of grease, but it's obviously heavier than the Exist or Arity for sure. I also sense a bit stronger inertia while reeling. I can't be certain, but it seems the rotor could be a little heavier than those two. The spinning noise is still there and is also a little louder than the Exist or Arity, which I heard from DAIWA officials is due to the special surface coating on the drive gear. Can you hear it? At least they said it's not an issue. With the Certate, similar to other DAIWA reels, I can feel the braking effect caused by the mag sealed. When free spinning, it doesn't continue to spin like Shimano reels, but instead it stops quickly. Despite being a strong and lightweight reel, the resistance from the mag sealed oil can still be felt during rotation. It's definitely lighter and more nimble to start reeling compared to the Stella or Twin Power, which have metal rotors. Okay, let's use this 24 Certate outside next. Here we go. This time, I decided to use the Certate combined with a prototype rod from ValleyHill. The Certate is known for its strength, but thanks to the monocoque body and Zion rotor, it is quite light. This balance works well with a sea bass rod, even with a 4000 size body. And the set lure is Whiplash Factory Flutterin'Wire 75 FP, 12.3 grams. This lure has a blade on the bottom and a propeller on the tail, attracting fish with its swimming motion, light reflection, and water-cutting sound, a high appeal surface lure that can be used with various actions, such as steady retrieve, dog walking, and slight diving. The first cast. This is it. The benefits of the air drive design are particularly noticeable during casting. With a lighter rotor, the center of gravity shifts closer to your hand, making casting feel easier. This isn't unique to the Certate. Other spinning reels with the air drive design share this advantage as well. And, you know, it's always fun to use new tackle. I really enjoy this moment. The retrieving is also good, pretty smooth. The previously mentioned rotational noise is not particularly noticeable when in use. While I can feel a slight resistance from the mag-sealed oil, it's not significantly bothersome compared to other reels. The 24 Certate has a slightly lighter startup feel than the 19 model, thanks to the air drive design. However, it doesn't necessarily feel more powerful. Instead, I would say it's a model that has evolved rightly, maintaining its strength and rigidity while offering a lighter startup and increased durability. Personally, I find the benefits of this rotor to be quite significant. Compared to the previous air rotor, it has become much lighter while maintaining almost the same rigidity, which is impressive. The reduction in weight while preserving strength is remarkable. Additionally, the solid feel of the bail operation provides a great sense of reassurance. In the past models, there were occasional issues where the bail would snap back during a cast, stopping the line release and causing the line to snap and the lure to be lost. With the 24 Certate, such problems are highly unlikely. Also, when the bail is opened, you can confirm that it is properly in the open position by the click sound it makes. Next lure is ERDA Teufel, 125 f/18 grams, diving to 1 meter depth, lipped minnow. Let's check the feel when retrieving lures with more resistance. As expected, I strongly feel the benefits of the monocoque body and the large diameter drive gear. Even with lures that have higher resistance like a lipped minnow, you can reel them in smoothly without stress. The strong reeling power allows you to comfortably feel changes in resistance, the action strength of the lure, and the sensation of touching the bottom. However, these characteristics were present in the previous model as well, and I don't feel that the 24 Certate is significantly stronger. Also, though there are differences in body size and rotor stiffness, it doesn't feel as strong as Shimano's Infinity Drive equipped models. Having tested only 2 lures so far, it seems that the new model still fits best in scenarios where a balance of lightness and strength is required. It can be said that it offers increased ease of reeling and reliability compared to the previous model. Next lure is Duo Realis Shad 62 DRSP 6 grams. Let's try a more resistant yet lightweight lure. Of course, you can feel stronger resistance compared to before, but it still reels in smoothly without any particular stress. Also, with a lure that conveys this much action, the noise felt during free reeling is no longer an issue. Just like with the Teufel, you can comfortably sense various feedback from the lure. However, depending on the rod's optimal lure weight and line thickness, it seems that the cross-wrap system may offer more resistance to line release, especially with lightweight lures compared to Shimano's Infinity Loop. With a rod that has a softer tip, you could achieve greater casting distance, but even so, there might be a slight impression of distance being reduced due to minor drag when the line is released. As some of you might know, Infinity Loop can also be prone to line troubles compared to the cross-wrap system, so the choice between the two should be based on personal preference. Forgot to mention about the rotor. One feature I really like about DAIWA's rotor is the auto bail return. Unlike Shimano reels, DAIWA's rotor smoothly returns the bail automatically when you start reeling. This is particularly advantageous in situations with strong winds where you want to minimize line slack, or when you need to make quick casts while run and gun fishing. Next, let's try a metal jig, Duo Metal Garage Plate Jig CB 30 grams. This jig is specifically designed for surf fishing. It casts well, and with its steady retrieve or jerking actions, the flash from the blade helps attract fish. Jigs designed for swimming are indeed easy to control. The weight of the jig isn't an issue, and you can clearly feel the bottom. Although 30 grams is on the heavier side for this tackle setup, it doesn't pose a problem. It's a well-balanced, user-friendly reel. Honestly, when casting jigs like these, the same size 22 Exist felt a bit too light, making it hard to balance with the rod. I considered moving up a size, but the weight of the 24 Certate feels more balanced and easier to manage. Since the 24 Twin Power was released around the same time as a competing model, I've been comparing the two though. Depending on the rod size and weight, the 24 Twin Power might offer even better weight balance. However, if you choose a Twin Power with a similar line capacity to the Certate LT 4000C, which holds 200 metres of PE 1.5 line, you might consider the C3000XG of the Twin Power series, which holds 270 metres of PE 1.5 line. In that case, the Twin Power would likely be slightly lighter. Next is multi-purpose metal jig minnow, Jado Rezan 30 grams. You can use for steady retrieve, jerking, and also slow pitch jerk jigging, and all works really well. Of course, slow pitch jerking is also not a problem, especially for light jigging around 30 grams. When using slow retrieve techniques, the Zion rotor allows for very smooth movement and stopping. It's great to be able to move the jig when you want and stop it when you need to. When changing speed significantly, the low inertia air drive rotor is very helpful. In slow pitch jigging, where enticing the jig during the fall is crucial, being able to stop the reel precisely and control the fall speed with the rod is very advantageous. However, when jerking with a jig that has more resistance at a faster pitch, it's often better to keep the reel constantly retrieving, using jerking actions and speed to entice the fish. In such cases, a metal rotor with higher inertia, like the Twin Power, might actually be easier to use due to its stronger retrieval power. On another day, I tried snapper fishing with shads. Even with small pike, the drag didn't engage at all, and sometimes it was hard to even tell if there was a fish on the line due to the strong retrieve. However, during fights with smaller snappers or bluefish, the drag system absorbed the impact from the fish effectively and released smoothly. The ATD Type L is indeed an excellent drag system. With fish of this size, you can confidently engage in the fight. The drag sound is louder and more audible, adding to the excitement. Even if you set the drag to be relatively strong, ATD's characteristic is that it will still release some line when the fish makes a sudden run. Conclusion. DAIWA 24 Certate is even lighter and more durable, well-balanced spinning reel. As mentioned in the previous reviews, the 24 Certate is a spinning reel that pursues light and strong characteristics, with even lighter startup and improved durability thanks to air drive design. It's an excellent reel, especially for situations where you intentionally reel and stop, fish in tough conditions while being conscious of the current, and want to receive more information from underwater. If I had to say, it could be described as a more durable Exist. While it is heavier than the Exist, this weight can actually help balance the setup when paired with a stronger rod. As for the reeling torque, it feels quite similar to the previous model, with the monocoque body and large diameter drive gear remaining unchanged. Honestly, I don't feel a significant difference in torque from the air drive shaft. In terms of DAIWA's lightweight spinning reels, the Exist stands as the flagship model, which I believe balances the features of both the Certate and Arete well. Below that, the Certate and Arete are positioned, with Arete being specialised for lightweight and Certate for strength. VS Shimano 24 Twin Power. As some of you may already know, the main differences between the Certate and the twin power are whether they have a metal rotor or a carbon rotor, and whether they use cross-wrap or super slow oscillation. True to its characteristics, the twin power's metal rotor is rigid and strong, and with the infinity drive, it also has strong reeling torque. On the other hand, the Certate, with its carbon resin rotor, is not as strong and rigid as a metal rotor, but is much lighter, making it very easy to control when reeling and stopping, and it allows you to receive various information from the retrieve. Additionally, the cross-wrap design has high trouble-free performance, enabling you to cast with confidence, though it may result in slightly shorter casting distances. Conversely, the infinity loop may cause trouble depending on the type of line and usage, but it excels in line release, potentially increasing casting distance. Personally, I think the twin power is ideal for fishing styles that can take advantage of the strength of a metal rotor, such as jigging, controlling the retrieve speed in choppy conditions, surf fishing where you need to cast long distances, and high-load fishing like bust-up hitting, Spanish mackerel, and tuna, where maintaining tension and reeling under heavy loads is crucial. On the other hand, for sea bass fishing with slightly larger lures, rock shore fishing where you need to detect the flow of the tide sensitively and pinpoint fish locations in tough conditions, or fishing styles that require precise control over reeling and stopping like slow pitch jigging, the Certate would be more suitable. However, if infinity loop doesn't suit your needs, the Certate becomes the only choice. Well, that's it. How did you like the review? If you have any fishing reels you would like me to review, please let me know in the comments. And it will be highly appreciated if you could like this video and subscribe our channel. Thank you for watching.